Hey, we are back with Ajay. It's part of the MVP series we started recently. And hi, Ajay. I'm super happy to have you. Can you tell us more about you?
Yep. Thanks, Yusuf. So I'm very happy to join this call. Myself, Ajay Pandey. I am associate manager at Tom, having 6 years of experience. Also, I'm the community champion as well as the Databricks MVP. So, yep. Good to see.
And what's your background? Are you a data engineer, data scientist?
Yep. So I come with the data engineering background. So mostly work with the Databricks only. So I had a lot of done a lot of the project in a Databricks in a data engineering domain. Currently, I'm working as you can say solution architect in a Databricks.
Amazing. Tell me, like, what was your feeling and how did you know how did you knew that you are was selected to be part of the MVP program?
Right. So basically, I used mostly Databricks Community, where I have contributed a lot of the things. So basically, the community one from where I got to know that I've been selected for the Databricks MVP. So in a Databricks community, you will get a good options to contribute as well as help others, and you can also take a help from the Databricks community. So there are a lot of the data engineers people as well as the Databricks people are there, so you can, if you have any questions or you're facing any issue that you're not able to solve it, you can just post it in a database community, and then the people will be there and they will be helping a lot with the thing. So I have just
Yeah.
contributed. I am the member of the database community from last 2 years, from the beginning itself, you can say. From there, I have contributed a lot of the, you can say the answered a lot of the questions. I have helped the multiple people to solve their, you can say the use cases. So from there itself, I have been got invite from the MVP part. It was earlier this beacon one, so now it's just renamed to Databricks MVP. So I got a from invite from there itself.
I think if I'm not wrong, I've seen your name because Suita or Kaniz must have told like shared one of your articles or your posts on Databricks community. But that's good
Right.
thing. This is good that you mentioned the Databricks community because few people. I mean, it's not that famous, but it's really the place to go where if you have any question, you have a lot of experts there. They're gonna answer the questions. You can have documentation, a lot of things, and keep in mind that maybe up to 60% of the questions you had on the top of your mind has already been asked, posted, and have an answer. So rather
Exact.
using than using any LLM, just go there. You'll have your answer.
Yes. Yes. That's
And Ajay, when was your first time you used Databricks? When did you use Databricks for the first time?
so. I started my career in a Databricks only. So when I joined in, you can say the 2020. So I was first one where I used Databricks. You can say the community account where we'll get
Community
a, you
edition.
can say, yeah, community edition, right? So from there itself, I started my journey. Then I just earlier I got a training from the Databricks itself. So it was starting. So that time we were getting the free trainings from the Databricks, like and so from there itself I started. Then I explored the multiple thing with the help of the Databricks, and then multiple project in a Databricks. Then I got a better idea about how it's working and what are the things. Then I just started comparing with the other, you can say the uh, competitor, which is the Snowflake, and then Databricks. Now, like then Databricks is doing very good compared to the other, you can say the competitor. So that's why I chose Databricks only.
I use it. Uh, I think 3 years before you for the first time. I was in 2017. I was preparing my master degree, and we got a project on Spark, and that's where I found the Databricks community. It was free compute. I was like, oh, I don't need to have a VM. I don't need to install Hadoop, Spark. Ah, this is revolutionary. And back in that
Right.
time, we had only notebooks and Spark. That's it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think
Right.
even the orchestration didn't exist back in that time, I think.
No.
So yeah,
Mhm.
that was amazing. So since you knew Databricks since 2020, I mean, are you not shocked by the pace of innovation Databricks is bringing those numerous features every quarter? What's
Mhm.
sometimes you can like you're wondering like if you compare the platform like 4 years ago, what would be your biggest outtake, let's say?
I would say it's totally new now. So in every week you will say there is a new features, right? And that's helping a lot with the people and as well as data engineer. So when I started using the Databricks, it was generally the normal computer that we were using. The orchestration was not much mature that time, the workflow one. Then it's getting
No,
mature day by day.
jobs.
Now it's yeah, jobs.
It was called
Right, right.
jobs.
Yes, yes. So now it's very mature. Now we can rely on that one. Earlier we were using this the other tool to orchestrate the Databricks job. So we were mostly using the ADF Azure Data Factory on Azure to orchestrate our jobs. Now we have discarded this one. Now Databricks is providing much better way to handle the job as well as schedule the job, as well as now we have a serverless compute where we don't have to worry much about the, you can say, the infra part. Databricks is managing and it's very good now. And we are using also that one. Also, we have seen multiple things like now we have a Gen AI. When the Gen AI boosted, now Databricks is the first one to implement the things. Now, also we are using the Gen AI and implementing, and we are suggesting customers to use that one. So it is very good, as well as now we are getting a lot of the things, as you can see this Lakeflow Connect now are there.
Yeah,
So it is like UI based and it's very simple to use. So now if anyone don't know the coding and other stuff, they can directly click on the connect and direct they can use all the things. So earlier the you can say there was no much on a Databricks, you can say, dashboard part. Now we have a dashboard and a reporting tool now also in a Databricks only, so we can directly implement reporting as well on this thing. So yeah, it's changed a
yeah.
lot, but it's very mature now.
Yeah, and also, as you mentioned, like we are really simplifying the workloads. You talked about Lakeflow, so you don't need to have a very, like, say, advanced knowledge on data engineering to set up your pipeline. You just select the platform, whether it's SaaS platform or a SQL database. You enter the credentials, and then the data is here in Databricks. And then if you want to do some transformation, it's declarative transformation, part of DLT. So the CDC is very easy to use. And then you can just serve this data to, as you mentioned, AIBI, for example, dashboards. If you want to build your
Right.
dashboards, it's very easy. I am very dumb when it comes to building dashboards, but with AIBI, I just add, like, use the LLM integration to ask, like, hey, build this dashboard here.
Yep.
And that's it. It's very easy to use. And like the goal, I think, was always to democratize access to data and AI to everyone.
Right,
So,
and mostly I forgot to mention this the Unity catalog that was not
of
there,
course,
right? So it is introduced like 2 or 3 years back, and likely it's in the way we are using the Databricks. It's totally now changed. So now we have a full control over the Databricks workspace as well as the, you can say, the data as well. So now we can see all the lineage, all the access at once. If you want to do give some access to the users directly, then we can go and select that things. If you want to track any data lineage, suppose we have a dashboard now, want to track how what are the particular base table that we have used, what are the columns that we have used, so we can directly trace back to the, you can say, the source of that things. So yes, the Unity catalog is the one that changes a lot.
yeah, indeed. And to be honest, when I joined the company, Unity catalog was not there, and I'm still wondering, like, how did we survive before without Unity catalog?
Right.
I think we used to have only ACLs, and ACLs was something you can set on the clusters. But what if you create another cluster? You bypass this security. It's like, I mean,
Right. Hmm.
how did we do like? And now that I don't think any company can afford to avoid missing or not using Unity catalog, because the governance and security of the data is very critical and important. And I think you must have worked on several Unity migrations, I believe.
Right, right. I have worked a lot of the migration as well from Hive to the Unity catalog. So yes, it's helped users, and users also very happy to see now they have much control over the data as well as the resources that they have, and they can do a lot of the things with the Unity catalog. Now we have a system tables where we can track all the things as well as the cost of the job level as well. So yes, it's helping a lot.
Yeah, it's part of the FinOps part where you can deploy a dashboard to track the consumption. You have the workflows one, includes serverless, and you can try it, you can use it to optimize your workloads. It's super, super amazing. But since you mentioned the migration, Ajay, what are the best practices or the recommendation you will give to anyone who is currently now working on a Unity catalog migration based
Yes,
on their
so
experience?
yes, so the you can say the main part is like when we are migrating from the Hive to the you can say the Unity catalog, then we have to be very sure that we don't miss anything. So a lot of the jobs will be there, a lot of the schedule will be there. Then we have to you can say the first make all the things that are there in the client and that we are not missing it. So sometimes it's happened, then we are doing some migration, we miss the things, and at the end of the things then we get to know that this is missed. So that will be the most you can say the most things that you have to first list down all the things that are there, and you have to be very sure that all the things you are migrating is up to date, as well as the lineage. You could say the history of the data, all the things should be migrated from the Hive to the you can say the Unity catalog. So that's things are very necessary when we are migrating from Hive to the Unity catalog.
Yeah, and since you mentioned about like listing everything, I think we released an Excel sheet where we have all the steps and all the things we need to follow to make sure to have a specific like successful Unity catalog migration, and you have also tools like UCX. It's
UCX, right?
like yeah to migrate your assets in a very simple and easy way, and the latest version is just massive.
Right.
And tell me, Ajay, have you tested UC the UC open source version or not yet?
Yes, I just got a chance to access that one. So I'm just doing the POC in my, you can say, the system. So just connecting with our existing database to see how it's working. So we had not worked a lot of things, but like we are just getting started with this the open source one.
Yeah, so the V, so I really advise you to test the V02. Uh, like a lot of things like integration with Spark, with MLflow, a lot of UI, a lot of exciting things are over there. And
Right.
also another question for you, like let's suppose I am a new data engineer and I want to learn about Databricks. What are the steps I need to follow?
Yes, so first starting with the Databricks will be very good if you have the you can directly access the customer academy that we have in Databricks. So it is totally free to start with Databricks. You will get a lot of things, lot of the courses are there, which is totally free for us. Also, now Databricks has released this, you can say the trial version of the Databricks where you will get a 400, you can say dollars to just start with the Databricks, where you will get a all flexibility. Like in a community edition, won't be able to create a, you can say the workflow. There's a must restriction on that one. But when you're now starting with the Databricks, it is very easy. You don't have to worry about the any cloud platform. Directly you can sign up with the serverless and you will get a $400, and now you can start and you will have a full flexibility on doing anything on that particular workspace. So now yes, it is very good to start with the Databricks with the serverless workspace.
I'm I'm just speechless. I mean, you pitch it super well. And one other question, like this, like with regards of the Databricks community, have you ever used Databricks Academy?
Yes, I have used Databricks Academy. So earlier we get a chance to work on this Databricks Academy. It's helped a lot. So currently I have taken a lot of the courses from there. So which is basically for the LLM and Gen AI. So it's helped a lot to do the POC as well as go to the production. So yes, I have used that one.
Amazing. And since you mentioned the Gen AI part. So, but before we go move to the Gen AI, tell us more about, let's say, one of your favorite projects you worked on for the last couple, maybe 2 years.
Yes, so the project which is I'm working currently will be the favorite one. So here, what we are doing, we have an on-prem system, so we are doing all the necessary things. But now what we are doing, we are moving to the Databricks from starting itself. So lot of the things earlier we have planned to do the orchestration with the ADF to take a data from the SQL server and then do the transformation in the Databricks. So now uh, what we have done, we have just do the POC and other stuff, and then we have discarded the ADF because we don't think the ADF is now much helping, because we have a lot of thing in a Databricks only. So we are fully, you can say, the deployed on a Databricks, and now here we are using all the latest thing that Database is releasing. So we have implemented Gen AI. We are also implementing Lakeflow. We have a, you can say, we are using the LLM as well. We are using the machine learning. So all of the things are there, and now we are fully, you can say, the utilizing all the things that are there with the part of the Databricks one.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And by the way, since you mentioned like the Databricks Academy and Gen AI training, so just for those who are watching this interview, the training on the Gen AI is not focused on Databricks technologies, but mainly on open source one. So it's a very good way to start learning about the Gen AI. But we have also another, I think, advanced course on the LLMs, like what's the vector search? How does it work?
Right.
How can we do tokenization and all the other things that you should know before getting started and with the LLM, with this LLM or with your LLM journey?
Exactly. So that course helps a lot with the open source, as well as it's give a reference to the Databricks, you can say, the services. So now Databricks providing all the services that are required to implement the Gen AI. So it could be anything. So you don't have too much write the code now. So it's Databricks has abstracted all the things and providing easy to use the things. So if you know the little things, you can take that particular course. It will help you all the things you can, all the resources that we are going to use, all the tech that we are going to use. So it's help a lot to implement the things. And yep.
Yeah, you're totally right. And I have one final question for you before we close. What's your favorite Databricks feature?
So
I know it's a tough question. You only can choose one option.
so
And why, of course.
Right. So currently it's Lakeflow Connect that I can say. Here we'll get what we are getting. We are getting the all the things are implemented, inherited, as you can say. So we are just getting the UI, just connecting, selecting the source, and all done. CDC, all the things, incremental load, all are managed by Databricks. So it is very easy to use for our, you can say, the non-technical developers or other part, and it's helping a lot to not worry about the, you can say, the change in the data, because Databricks will handle that things internally. And here we are using the DLT, underneath it's using the DLT, and it's using the serverless, so we don't have to worry about the data optimization, infra part. So all the things are abstracted now, and it's very very easy to use.
Yeah, you're right. And I guess you chose I think it's one of the most awaited features this year. And Bilal, who is a senior director behind this project, must be very, very happy. But yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Ajay, for all your insights. And I will, for folks who are watching this recording, I will add the link Ajay LinkedIn in order if you want to reach out to him or follow him. He's sharing a lot of interesting articles, so he is the person to follow.
Right. Thank you, Yusuf.
Thank you, Ajay.